A unique partnership between an English professor and a Tibetan monk has students at the University of Arkansas learning a variety of life lessons outside the classroom walls. Through the TEXT program, or Tibetans in Exile Today, students are traveling to India to record the histories of a storied and endangered culture.
We need to grow up as individuals ourselves. Doesn't matter who we are, because each single us wants to one thing: happiness. Happiness provided by altruism, love and compassion. Your owning possessions not going to provide you happiness.
Geshe Thupten Dorji, currently the only Tibetan monk teaching in the United States, has made quite an impact in Fayetteville. He engineered a visit from His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, last May. But the influence of Geshe's presence has daily significance.
The impact of Geshe's presence on campus, it's hard to fathom it.
Yeah, well, the first time you see Geshe on campus, you're just really surprised. You see a monk in robes, and it really perks your curiosity.
I had originally thought I would bring Geshe to campus and we would very quietly teach a course in the history of nonviolence. And he would teach a course in Buddhism and Tibetan culture, perhaps, and that we would have our 10 or 15 students that would be interested. But after the first semester, it exploded.
Once being in the program, you just realize how lucky you are to have a type of individual that Geshe is at your fingertips to be able to contact and discuss things and figure out things in more detail.
He knows how to relate to the undergraduate population. It's not as if he's new to teaching. When he lived in the monastery, he was a teacher.
I grow up myself with the students. I learn every single day how I can teach these kids to be overcome their self-destructive nature.
The TEXT program, an oral history project offered every other summer, is a 6-week, 6-credit course in which students travel to India to record video interviews with Tibetans. They're creating a permanent online archive.
I wanted them to do the interviews. I wanted them to handle the equipment. I wanted them to come back and do the editing on the interviews, the transcripts, build a website, so that they could take part in a program of real cultural preservation.
The Tibetan way of life is incredibly sophisticated in how simple it is, which creates a very tight-knit community that you're granted instant access to. They don't look at you as an outsider, or they're not inclusive and keep people out.
It has been so untouched by other cultures for so long. Like, it's remained really true to their roots and their religion and their beliefs. And so it's really important that we document it now as it is before it shifts into something else or it gets kind of contaminated by other influences, and to help give a voice that can reach outside of Tibet is really great and important.
You're sitting across from a person who needs to have a movie made about him. The stories like that are priceless. It's a big service to those people to preserve their stories, but then I think there's a lot of value in telling the stories to the world, because people don't know that sort of thing is happening, and it's extremely valuable to kind of get the word out on that.
For the students who have made this journey, the experience has prepared them to become better citizens in an increasingly interconnected and global community.
It did change me. Going abroad to the TEXT project, we didn't spend any time in a classroom, but I feel like I learned a lot of really valuable lessons, just the exposure to other worldviews.
That was definitely very fulfilling, to come back and really have a sincere appreciation for others instead of being more like tunnel vision to just people that I interact with every day.
Right off the bat, it expands your worldview, mostly because you have respect for something that's much bigger than just you as an individual.
The TEXT project is a good example. We can learn something we're not used to. Not just for what I teach, what they can see, they can feel it, how you can apply it within ourselves. That's our hope. I'm here. Goal is you can learn something, you make yourself better. Those are very important for me. Thank you so much.